First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Detroit Lions. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman, takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
All right, now, look at the tick. Detroit! Detroit!
Coleman. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. Throwing on 1st down. Schmidt. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they have the football that will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now it's Jackson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Detroit! Detroit!
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Not ideal there. That delay of game backs him up 5 yards, so now they need 7 yards on third down.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun! 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 Over! 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 Over!
From the gun, it's Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-0. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Nunez got it, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. On first down, Schmidt. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
To throw again, Schmidt. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On third down, Schmidt. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Sanders. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And Adams has it complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down. Jackson on 1st down to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To the short side left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
To throw is Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Webb. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7.
Hurry up, here we go.
Throwing is Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
Now Jackson operating from the gun. Flush to his right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2. Got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Throwing to start the drive. Schmidt, he goes underneath to Abdullah. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll bring up a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Hot!
To throw on second down. Schmidt eluding the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, 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 over. Hot! Hot!
Operating from the gun. Schmidt, and that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Sean Robinson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll go option to the short. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's going to have to this one is down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. So out now come the Lions. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive. Schmidt hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Back to throw. Schmidt. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tim Williams in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, Schmidt. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Operating from the gun. Schmidt. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, Schmidt. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Amir Abdullah, the intended target. And now it's 3rd down.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
82's moving. 82's moving. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun! 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 Gun!
To throw on 3rd down, Schmidt. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Gun! 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 Gun!
On 1st and 10, Schmidt. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I believe the line was there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Looking to throw on second down. Schmidt. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Detroit! Detroit!
Throwing on third and long. Schmidt. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on first down. Schmidt. Completing it to the right side. Johnson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw again. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Lions on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Gone!
Operating from the gun. Schmidt. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now Jackson on first down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Green 39! Green 39!
Jackson on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Jackson now throwing again. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Gun! Hot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over!
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And the lead will grow by one more. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. On first down, Schmidt. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Throwing again, Schmidt. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. And now running right through it. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is. Right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a this is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting expecting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Niggas, how you get that trap? How you tend to holler up in this way you risk your life? Work selling Knicks at night. I was only 8 years old watching Knicks at night.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hope daddy don't cut him. Suicidal thoughts go to me with no advisory. I was with the club and other things, man, ivory.
To throw again.
Up the right and center has bad.
Escaped into pressure.
Right, brothers in society. I fucking bitch for the irony. I said, Lucy, at your hope. At your bitch, keep eyeing me. Right with the mob. I'm voila.
Got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Live to fight another down, right?
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Schmidt.
Oh, my!
Quite pick it.
Suck a nigga,
No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on the punt for Detroit.
Why you probably never see me. I'm in the second place on Instagram, I watch it TV. Like I say, my breakfast was to dinner for some TT. Please believe me, I can do me. I'm eating like a mini.
Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession in the 2nd half. This is sort of what we call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call the plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, that you take the spirit away from another team. They're driving to come back and win and be taken and another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, and you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
That's going to go as a loss of 4. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Go to watch. Perfect playing James. Suck a nigga dick or something. Suck a nigga dick or something.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck, you don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Here's Jackson. And he's going to come down with it. The Ravens give him 17 on that pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. You have to be a little careful. You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone.
Never had a motherfucker first like me.
I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and falling to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Jackson. This is caught. Watkins. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The reception good for 7.
Love it when the beat is on.
Those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection if you miss might be bigger than lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe the defender gets a hand in the way that bounce in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But it looked like there as they were able to connect. There's Coleman. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year.
I don't really say this something but this long nigga ain't for the long talking about feet.
Thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, like the fuck I got a fucking brother. Is that my fucking brother?
Now, whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half.
Finding somebody real is a fucking problem. Bring your girls to the crib, maybe we can solve it. Yeah, hold us to finale. A pep talk sent us to a pep valley. Listen from the hood, but she lives in the valley. Just going back to Cali. World on my line, world on my line. Fuck them at the same damn time. I meet like a nigga don't exist. Yeah, I know you want good. Yeah, I'm Kendrick Lamar. AK Benz to me just a car.
Jackson forced out to his left. Fighting for
ball
the end zone.
Ale,
He lost the
Barrett,
football.
Ale,
It's a scoop
Ale,
up by the
back,
Lions. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, let the fucking guy the fucking body.
Here's Tucker now out to kick
Yeah,
this
bad
away.
bitches in my fucking brother. Yeah, let the fucking brother.
This will be
It's a
taken
fucking
to the
foul
back of
line,
the
bring
end
his
zone.
girls to the crib, maybe we can solve it.
And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And they begin the drive with a duel. A nice move gets
There's a
him a
lack
few
of
extra.
plastic bag I
Down
see
just
through you.
shy of his
Hey.
20. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit for that one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down. Schmidt, a dump off for Abdullah.
At a red light on fucking drive through. Like we ain't gonna shoot.
Take another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Play. With God, Dave.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. On first and 10. Flush to his
Hey, come here.
taken down.
Hey,
Tim Williams
hey,
in there
hey,
to get him, and
hey.
that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is
That's
having.
on my
It is a
mama.
long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Looking to throw. Schmidt over the middle. He finds
Fucking
Pettis
damn
complete.
play.
And they'll wind up getting
Salt
this one
kick,
all the
snails
way
not
down
play.
inside
Yeah,
the 20.
my baby mama
A gain
with
of
it, she
32
amazing.
that time.
Yeah, every nigga with me on that gang stuff. Can't just shoot your kick bag up. Get your shit bagged up.
So the big play
Pick the
means
big
just like
bag
that,
up.
they'll operate from the red zone now on
I
first
ain't kick
down.
bag up. Horse snap, you from horse snap.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got it
Hey,
up,
look.
and then it's a new one. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another nice gain, 14 yards that time, and another first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage.
Hey,
Typically running away from someone
hey,
and not worrying about
hey.
traffic coming out on the other end.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Who? Listen, who? Now who? Listen to
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, he'll drop the throw. Being chased out left.
Oh!
And his throw here is incomplete.
All right, Captain. Defensively. Dodge 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Stop him! Stop him! Let's go, man!
Down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they've learned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the 4th quarter.
So my.
And they're not going to get the kick off in time.
Yeah, okay.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Prater's kick
I'm about to see if I can get my rookie in there.
And that'll get the deficit back to 16. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal.
89, good job.
Feels a whole lot better running off the field.
On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Lambeau. And it's the 49ers scoring again to open up their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's a quick strike out to Watkins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Lost football. Coleman lost it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 3rd down, Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Here. I'm here, Mike.
6-yard return after a punt. 48. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 30 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased, and they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get it.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Cravon will block with a pick.
He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. reception. Here's Jackson. He'll rifle this one deep right.
Damn, he got a cannon, though.
That one
That big
incomplete.
video down
They try to
field,
sneak in
right?
a deep ball,
Yeah.
the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Kind of hard. Better from the start.
To throw is
Hell
Jackson.
no.
Gonna throw again. Back with one complete. And he'll be brought down. It looks like right at the 40.
Come on, Rachel.
Magic Mondays. That sets him up better for third down. On 3rd and 1, Jackson eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design pass that wasn't a draw. You think you got to stop good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs defensively. Kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit.
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you draw the first down, it hurts you psychologically. It hurts more when you get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and gets
Sean Robinson. His 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Play action. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to keep 3 scores down, but don't change that trend. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Come here, boy.
Nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line.
Got my phone in this bit.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to go up top again. And it drops down incomplete.
You ain't taking nobody deep there, boy.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to the air on 2nd down. Schmidt escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw. It got his man complete. A very solid game, 27.
That was
And the young buck showing
goddamn
that ability, that agility to dance outside the pocket, complete the deep ball.
goddamn
I
right.
think for a second
He
that
want
the
a
coaching staff
goddamn
didn't have the heart
flag.
rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young
want the
quarterbacks and they get
goddamn
outside of the pocket, you're just
That's my
hoping that
problem.
they make good decisions because so many things can happen.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. Return stops at the 39-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic.
Why you do that?
Let me pay homage to the man who stood this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the picture and can he step into the throw. But when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They'll start out on the ground.
Look on the frame, he's in my
That's a
plane.
pickup of 4, and it'll bring up
I
second
got real
down.
shit to talk about, girl. I ain't worried about
He's coming into play
shit.
now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. Like my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my theme of bad news, he said, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
Well, all he was drinking that thing.
And he'll
So
get it out to midfield. Looks like he'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the
I
chains.
need is drinking that thing. Damn shame. We done crashed, we done burned up, baby, you the goddamn blame.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Good
Goddamn
penetration here. He'll get this down over about the 49-yard line. Bring it with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. He might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Why you do that? Open to the next day. Why you do that? Order to stay. Why you do that?
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And an alley to run.
I just can't make this shit up.
Getting this
Hey.
inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's
I got
time to
real shit
go.
to step
Tuck
out
it
there
and
and I
get
ain't
all you
worried
can.
about shit.
Remember that I tried to build it. Now I ain't worried about shit.
Detroit!
I got real shit stressed about, girl. I ain't worried about shit.
Detroit!
About shit.
Remember that I tried to build it. Now I ain't worried about shit.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Damn,
This has been
bro.
a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hotel, all I need is drinking that thing.
First thrown out for the backup, Rodgers. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Don't use his ass.
Inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Steps up into the pocket.
Big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
No. Check. Patriot! Gun! Detroit!
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he will score.
Right,
Touchdown.
baby. Right, hey.
Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the
Hey,
season.
he had a phone the ball here, boy.
Extend their lead.
He did with the
And they're able to up the lead by one more.
in the top, out soon, the bow soon. Let me get fucked up with my cup. I see the crowd changing by the minute, and the record on repeat. And somebody said to me, "Why you babysitting? Only 2 or 3 shots. I'ma show you how to turn it up a notch. Pool full of liquor and you die."
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take it next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here, and that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
No parent. I'm over influence on what you were doing.
Play clock down to 0.
Why
This is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice.
So
a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. First and 15 following the delay of game. Back to throw. Schmidt. This is screen to Abdullah. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him a gain of 37. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, Abdullah. And down to the 36-yard line here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage from the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw on 2nd down, Schmidt. And this one in. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. Will tie the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Frank. Fade it. Frank. Fade it. Frank.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. Schmidt. And it is incomplete. 16 seconds now.
You know better than that, boy.
Another wayward pass. You know, things started out
You know better than that, boy.
They just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Schmidt. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And now this is going to be close.
I ain't going outside
the
today.
defense says they stopped him, and they did.
No
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was
No,
over
that
a
peak
while
is
ago.
The 4th down run successful. Now they
Out of
want to
my
pay
face.
it off on 1st down.
It's up in the race.
They'll start by running the option to the right.
Brand new Watson God, I put it on
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit.
I'm a winner.
When you call it at the right time and you use it properly,
Winner,
you
chicken
see the
dinner.
type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So you my winning streak?
For us, for Charles Davis.
Ain't going outside today.
I'm Brandon Gault. You've been watching the NFL
Hello, my friend. How are you
on
today?
EA Sports. With that, we say so
Bang
long,
the
everyone,
way.
from Ford Field.
Lord, I beat the cage. What's going on? Camera, going outside today. Yeah.